Hey, we are live. I was like watch along or whatever, but we got all the footage, and my good pal Carnage Count has all the footage, and we'll break down how she kill counted it. So yeah, let's do that. Cause you want to see the footage, right? Yeah, she's great. Let's corpse count, Carnage count.
Adelante.
Whoa, this is like middle of the movie now. I do count the very first trap because the eye thing, even though it was a vision, it still counted, and it was still something cool. But all right, yeah, bathroom trap. Oh, is that what I called it? I meant the trap where, the custodia trap with the eyeballs. He goes, Zzz. Man, I think I just have the clip of that. So this is them just like getting people. So that's cool. So it's not deaths; these are like kidnapping people. So that's all Amanda, dude, because it seems like he was too sick to do anything. Alright, first trap though. First like full trap. Hey, what's up, Tyrese? Yeah, Dr. Gordon's not in this. Well, pretty much they have Amanda and then they got because Saw 1's supposed to happen, but I thought Dr. Gordon was supposed to be his apprentice after the fact. But maybe if they do a Saw 11, it's supposed to be like Hoffman. Fish that thing.
Valentino, follow my instructions if you
Oh man, this is sort of cruel. It's almost like, dude, she did it in time. Like the other girl cut off her arm. What was that, part 6, and then put in the weight? What if she did put in the weight in time? It's like, well, give me more time, dude. That's not fair. Shit. Are you doing the eyeball trap? Well, I'm like going over the Carnage count one, and I guess since that was a vision, it wasn't. But I have a whole video about it. I could play that after we do this whole thing. Yeah, I even had an eyeball trap. And what should you do? Like you break your fingers as quickly as possible. And on this, like since you have that cutting thing, try to cut that rope and get out. But yeah, and Jigsaw was giving Amanda shit like you're giving traps people that aren't winnable and everything, but she did cut off her leg. That did learn her lesson, but you just need her bone marrow and everything. I think he was just like, all right, most of these people are gonna die. I'm not. I don't care. Just want a heads up. I have a huge eyeball phobia. Yeah, I think most people do, dude. Like, you don't want to mess with your eyeballs. I don't like getting poked on the eye. I hate it. Hey, what's up, Eduardo? Go Spirit Halloween. Yeah, I love Spirit Halloween. I've been a couple of times today. It's hard to get out of that place. I go, dude, I'm gonna spend some. I shouldn't, dude. I'm getting out of here. All right. Ah, that was so cool. Like she didn't want to see it, but it was in the background. Ah, brain trap. And Billy the puppet shows up. I think people were complaining like Billy the Puppet didn't have too much to do. And I remember I made a whole video too about, well, you should have got that head and like, hey man, toss me that head so I could scoop up that brain and put it in there. But those people are also watching you like, all right, I guess. It's just fun to try to think of different ways how to sort of beat these traps. Because is there a good way to cut out a piece of your brain? Maybe I think you gotta go in the front, if anything. Because like if you lobotomize you in the front, you just go like the. But I think like the back shit, that's like your vision and your hearing and all that. I'm no brain surgeon, like, but I think that's what it is. Because when you get a lobotomy, I think it's in the front. Like Jack Nicholson in Cuckoo's Nest, they sort of like take out the front, you become docile and everything. So if anything, I'll be like, all right, dude, if I gotta get a piece of brain, I'm gonna go towards the front a bit more. This seems like that's a problematic area, dude. I don't know about cutting up there. That won't work out for me, dude. I saw the cinema is honestly amazing. Oh yeah, dude, it's still in movie theaters now, but they have that thing where it's like $25 on digital. I bought it on digital too, and I was gonna do a watch along, but I don't have as much time today, so I wanted to try to break down the Carnage count and break down some footage and such. Oh shit! Wow. Oh, we did it! I remember I said Tiki Max closed on him. And some medical student was telling me too, like, maybe her brain wouldn't have worked because the neurons were dead or something. And something about that water thing he dropped it on test the neurons. So if you just take out a brain, it would work. I don't know, way over my head, dude. They didn't explain that to any of us either. So, oh, what? You don't have the option in the UK? Oh man, it's not on digital in the UK. Well, I guess I don't know. It's floating around as soon as it comes on digital. It's floating around everywhere. I think David said the DVD. It's coming to DVD on the 21st or so. I buy my stuff digitally anyway because I guess it's cheaper. You get it sooner. And when I travel, I take my Apple TV, whatever, and watch it places. I don't know. But yeah, I like buying stuff on digital. Like my boy Plant CHH, that boy buys everything on physical. he buys he has so many reviews. I think he's reviewed the Hellraiser box set right now, and that fool's like, yeah, I didn't even have time to watch through them all. I'm just so, and that's everybody I know who buys so much physical media. They never even get to watch all the movies that they damn buy. Not me, man. If I buy something digital, I'm watching. I already watched this like 2 times already, and it just came out like yesterday, and I saw it in the movies. Ah, man. They had like a Foreman grill cut on his face. That would have been a better line. Damn. Well, I said it now. Oh, and her. So she's hanging up like this. And Cecilia even goes like, well, girl, why don't you break your foot off first so you'll hang and move out of the way. And then like people go like, well, if you did the other way, you would have, if you're on the ground, because this thing follows you. Oh, well, let's see it play out there. Oh man, that's brutal. Oh. Okay, well, she did show she broke the foot first, and then the thing followed her around. Because her logic was like, well, if I break my foot, I'll swing, and you could have kept swinging. Or you could have swung back and forth, right, and try to kick that radiation gun. And I'm like, why they what did they legit buy a X-ray radiation gun? I thought you all scammers, dude. You could have got that prop at Spirit Halloween or something X-ray. But hey man, my microwave's a little bit broken and I get paranoid as shit. Since now I just take off the plug because it keeps going on as soon as I open it. After seeing this, I'm like, fuck that. I am not burning my hand with that. But yeah, that was one of the best. That was like one of the better kills. Oh yeah, so she killed her as like a mercy kill.
One game, but not your last game against each other. Is yours.
Are people upset that Cecilia got to live? I guess you could take turns, but hey man, well you're just taking bets like who's gonna be the one to live in the end. Jigsaw just knew like one of them might die. He probably figured she would die. Because man versus woman, you know, stuff like that. Does he just leave Billy the Puppets there? Is he totally done? Like, yeah, did he just leave Billy the Puppet there? Like, all right, dude, I got plenty of those guys. I have a person who, yeah, I guess if we could make a bunch of traps, he could have a bunch of Billy the Puppets. I guess he just left it there. Maybe that could be a thing, dude. Cecilia comes after him in Saw 11. Hey, I subbed to you. Oh, thanks, Eduardo. Is this the Eduardo I know? I'm not sure. Hey, Christy, have you seen Exorcist Believer? That was so good, too. I need to watch that again. Because I liked it. I still think it's the best Exorcist sequel. I don't know. I was tired that day, but I did make a video about it, and it didn't hit off like Saw did and anything, because I guess it didn't have gruesome deaths or such. But yeah, Exorcist Believer was cool, but I don't know. I didn't hit everybody like it should have, I guess. Hey, Springtrap, what's going on, dude? So this was cool, sort of like the happy ending that Jigsaw or Kramer deserves. So you just gotta count that guy as well. They didn't even set up the trap. I think it's just a thing that's gonna claw at his pancreas because he said he got like pancreatic cancer and had this nasty scar. And at that point, I think he's definitely dead because Kramer and Hoffman didn't even bother wearing masks. They're like, all right, whatever. You're not telling anybody, right? Oh, see, she put the eyeball trap at the end. See, all right.
Perhaps one that addresses those sticky fingers.
Oh man, you just gotta break all of them, just real quick. No. Well, they did both eyeballs, but yeah. Support Carnage counts. I can't believe she got that many supporters too. She has like a whole big old list of it, but she deserves it. Yeah, so that's why the eyeball trap wasn't at the very beginning. But yeah, she's the best at card counts. I would like to think I'm like top 5 kill counters. Watch. If I ever get up to dead meat and everything, like, all right, who's the next best kill counter? He probably goes Chelsea. Okay, after her, Zora. Oh shit. After that, cards counts. All right, after that, Joe Blow, I think he does like some kill counts, and then after that, maybe that could be B. So I'm like, the B tier, sure, whatever. I had some big hits, some big misses too, whatever. But Saw X was pretty dope, dude. Loved it. Or tomorrow, I think I'll do a watch along with the whole thing and try to get a guest in there, both watch it along and commentate on it and blah blah blah. I'm gonna even go watch it again tonight and take more notes. And a new Saw X kill count will be up with all the newly added footage and stuff. I'm pretty proud of what I did earlier, but it's just probably mix maybe another joke. Now I want to add that Foreman grill thing on his face now because that's funny. I like that one. So I don't know. I might add like one or two things, but it's gonna be like the same thing, like 7 minutes long too, or something. Oh, I love your videos, bro. Thanks. Yeah, even my sister saw my Saw X video and was like, "Oh wow!" Now I like she told me she watched the whole thing and she saw that before watching the movie and such, and it was very cool. So there are some people watch it, and if they didn't get a chance to see it, then they'll get to see it. But I don't know. I just love talking spoilers. I follow a lot of people who don't, but yeah, that's how I do it.
Adelante.
Oh, they don't have the subtitles either. Because I think he's like, all right, get in. What about the money for sex? Like, we never talk about money. See, I almost thought like her pimp showed up. Because, right? That's what pimps do, right? If the guy's like, hey, I thought you just. And look at him, dude. And look at her. She's a knockout and you're you. So you should know how attractive you are if a girl's taking you outside, that she's probably a hooker. Oh. Yeah, that's why you need a pen. And it was pretty cool. Like, so all those people had like different day jobs. Like, she was a hooker. Mateo was a veterinarian. And what the other guy was like a cab driver. So everybody had their own little like job. Everybody wasn't what they said they were. I thought for a second, like my whole thing was the twist is they actually did something and helped them cure him of his cancer, but it didn't happen out that way. I thought they would really cure his cancer, and then that's how we would get like more movies on. And this would be like the first time they did like an alternate timeline. But I guess this is still between Saw 1 and 2. And I don't know how much longer you could do any of that. Like maybe I think they're already talking about fitting in a Saw, Saw 11 and 12. Like they already started, like, this is the new trilogy, but you gotta hurry up, dude. Toba Bell is like 80, 81 years old. So you don't know how much longer you got him on this earth. So you better hurry up with that plan. Yeah, see.
¿Los quieres, eh?
And she is just like addicted to Oxycontin, and I guess Mateo is the one hooking her up with it. I guess he gets like Oxycontin for dogs or something like that. Love how Big Mac's return too. Yeah, so very cool. Amanda showed back up. So Amanda was the main apprentice in this one, and then we got Hoffman who showed up at the very end. So in part 11, we should get like a little bit more Hoffman. And people are, and she lived. So, but by the plan, one person was gonna live out of that final like gas trap that was upstairs. So one person's gonna live, one person's gonna die. And if she did her thing and killed the other person, I guess she lived. but she was the most evil one out of all of them. And yeah, a lot of these traps weren't winnable, especially with the time frame. Like, dude, she did cut off her leg. Like, that's not good enough for you. I'd be like, well, how do you stop the? Yeah, I would be like, stop the clock, dude. I already cut off my leg. Why is the bone marrow like that? I don't know if your machine is counting the bone marrow that accurate or something like that. Same thing with the brain trap. Like, well, I get it. Like, fine. I pretended to cut your brain or something, so I gotta cut my brain. But who says like I only got the 3 minutes?
Valentina, follow my instructions if you want.
I think most people's most gruesome trap was this one. They were just like, this is what made a lot of people squeamish. I was watching this with two people yesterday, and they were first time viewings for them, and they couldn't handle this scene. I was like, really? This is, I don't know if I'm just more desensitized or something, or I just, to me, it doesn't feel that gory, like over the topness. It just seems like a leg to me, like especially with some other Saw movies, but this leg trap is pretty gruesome. But I don't think you even see that much of it. Like, I think this is gory, but this is gory as like a mainstream sort of gory, like how Friday the 13th is gory. It doesn't go like Terrifier 2 lengths or anything. So. Oh, man. Oh, how you do? And I think people are like, oh, I think even people are like, dude, would you pass out from the pain and everything? Hey, what's up, Jonathan? Yeah, I guess you would. Because it's like, dude, how do you do any of these things without some anesthesia and everything? Or I knew one guy yesterday when I was watching, he's like, dude, forget it, dude. I'm just going to get my head cut off. Like, I'm going to cut off my leg and suffer, or I'm just going to let that thing take me. And that's it. Like, that would be a new sort of twist to any one of the Saw traps. If they're like, you know what, dude, forget it. You want me to cut off my leg? I ain't doing shit still. Take my head off then. Right? Like, I will give you bone marrow or something. Like, how would Jigsaw feel about that? Like, I want to deal with the pressure. I don't want to lose my leg and my head. And she ended up losing both anyway. So it's just like, it's either I'm going to suffer these next 3 minutes or boob cuff my head and it's going to be done with it. So that's a pretty good point. Like, how to beat this trap is to not beat it. Like, you either going to die cool. Both your options suck. Like, you're going to lose your head and your leg or just your head. Can you review Five Nights at Freddy's on Friday? See, there's going to be a lot of footage of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's coming to Peacock, and they just announced it too. Like, I didn't think this was going to be a big announcement. How I think Halloween Ends did it the same way. It's like Thursday at 5:00. That's when it's coming out. Like, I remember Ends did that. I think Kills might have came out later because I saw Kills in the theater, but I couldn't get a babysitter on Halloween Ends, so I watched it on Peacock first, and then I saw it at the theaters. So I'm not sure. But anyways, I think the original plan for Five Nights at Freddy's was they're going to do Peacock the day after on Friday because, you know, when it comes out on Thursdays, it's like Thursday at 5:00 or something. That's when I got my tickets. But now they said it's coming out on Peacock Thursday at 5:00. That means I could get access to it pretty quick. Or I want to work with the editor on that, but I don't know. I need a real editor. I think I got like a different guy from a different country. So. And I don't know if it's all the time periods and all that, or I would have to go through Peacock and get all the footage myself. I don't know. And it's gonna be plenty out there, and I hope it does well, man. I hope because I think this whole month, it's like I think last year was so good for October because I was even looking it up. Like, dude, I did Smile. I did a Smile kill count, and that hit of like the 29th, sort of like how this did on Saw X. It hit the end of September. So I was like, oh, dope. And that did like 300 something thousand. And what else? We had Halloween Ends. We still had the Chucky TV show. Oh, Terrifier 2. It was lit last year. But I think, all right, The Exorcist, it's not Halloween, it's not as big as Halloween. It's not, nobody is rabid Exorcist fans. Exorcist fans is just like, it's a big IP, it's a big property, everybody knows it, but nobody's like salivating what for when it was coming out. I think people were excited for it, but that's why it's go like even my video didn't do well, but I think all my video it got like 12,000 views or something. So I guess it didn't do bad, but I go like didn't do in the hundreds of thousands and all that because I think people just go like, well, there's no violent kills in it. And there wasn't so much to joke about. It's very serious tone. It was a very good movie. I want to see it again, really. I want to try to go tomorrow and watch that. So I'll definitely do Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know if I could do it on Friday because I'll be putting my video together. Like, I think because usually I have a thing where it's like if I do it from the trailers and clips, I can pretty much see all the kills that are in the trailers and clips and put that together before the movie sort of comes out. That's why, like, I even had like a Saw Trap video before, and that one did sort of well as well. I did the same thing with Five Nights at Freddy's, so it should be quick for me to get that video out on Friday. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I would like to work with the editor on that, but I think if I get an editor, the process gets really slower, and then it would probably come out like Sunday or something. I'm already working on like a Saw X updated kill count video, but that one it could even come out like on oh no, it was originally gonna come to me on Sunday, but now it's Monday, so even he gets the same footage at the same time. But if I did it myself, I know what footage it is to do. And like, if I were able to see it right now today, I think I could get it. Like, if I get an early screener, because I can film it, do that, and then plug in all the footage I need, and then it would be up on Friday. So that's a long winded answer that yes, we're definitely going to get Five Nights at Freddy. I'm going to cover the hell out of it. We'll do a watch along and all this stuff, but it's going to be dope. I can't wait for Thanksgiving to come out. Oh yeah, Thanksgiving, dude. I really hope that one's gonna go big too, dude. Because I did like a trailer reaction and it didn't do well. But I look on goddamn YouTube at Thanksgiving, it has like 16 million views. That's like 1 million less than like Scream 6 did. So you're like, damn, dude, that movie's going to hit. And they also have A Wonderful Knife. So, dude, there's two big slasher movies as I'm concerned: A Wonderful Knife and Thanksgiving in November. So I hope November's even gonna do better than October. Because I even see YouTube channels now. Nobody knows what to talk about now. I see people like we watch a movie, they're reviewing the old Halloween movies. Uh, no one's talking about pretty much any one specific topic. Because what last year, like the 20th, we were still talking about Halloween Ends. There was Halloween rankings coming out and all that. But this year, yeah, not so much. Most people just like gory kills of videos. Yeah, I guess. There was one gory ass kill in Exorcist, so I think I'm gonna at least update that just for the gory kill part. Like I'll make like a 1 minute video. I'm gonna try to do like more 1 minute videos sort of things, not like shorts, maybe like a minute and a half or something. Maybe both. I don't know. But that priest who got his head turned around, that was a cool gory kill in Exorcist. So I don't know, but I don't think people associate Exorcist with gory kills. And Five Nights at Freddy's is PG-13. So it's all going to be like cutaways. I don't expect a lot of crazy gory kills. It's not like Saw at all. I think just this one kill's more gory than anything Five Nights at Freddy's is going to do. The traps of Saw X were unique in my own opinion. Oh yeah, dude, because they had a lot of time to think about it. And Jigsaw Tone, I want to play a game. Oh, there you go. Final Destination 6 is going to be great to see once the SAG strike ends. Oh, dude, I've been binging all the Final Destinations like recently because, dude, they're just it's such a great series. No one talks about Final Destination enough. And I think at the end of 5, they sort of made it like, oh, those same people got on the plane that Devon Sawa did in part 1. So the narrative is like, well, it's like a curse. It transfers from one group to another. And I guess that's one of the projects that got stopped by the SAG strike, right? Same thing with Chucky. I like it better that we only get 4 Chuckies and then we're getting the next 4 later. Like, I think my original plan was let me cover all these horror movies, but none of them are hitting that way. Like Pet Cemetery Bloodlines, that one was a total bust. But I sort of knew that because the trailer was sort of like mid anyway. Like the trailer was mid, but the trailer even made the movie look better than what it turned it out to be. So Bloodlines was a complete bust. Totally Killer. Uploaded a version of that and then it got flagged or something. So I was like, or copyrighted. So I was like, oh, let me shift it around a little bit and upload it again. So I was going to make a tighter version of it because I think it was like 7 minutes. That's really long for this channel without like, it being saw or something. So yeah, I'm going to re upload that one again. Wait, Nights Imaginary and Night Swim seem interesting, but they're in 2024. Yeah, so 2024 still has a lot of cool stuff like Terrifier 3. Oh yeah, we're getting the Terrifier 2 teaser as well, November 1st, so I got to go see it. and maybe they'll put it online like the weekend after or something. I know it's going to be exclusive to theaters. And I got to cover everything Terrifier, dude. Terrifier is like the biggest one ever. I don't know. The biggest video definitely on my channel, but I hope Thanksgiving and A Wonderful Knife. Because, dude, we're getting 2 slasher movies in a month. Like, it's crazy. Because I think for this year, we've only got Sick was straight to Peacock. Scream 6 was our theater slasher movie. Then we got Slaughterhouse that was only one day in theaters. And that was it. And we're going to get Strangers 1, 2, and 3 hopefully next year. They filmed all 3 of them, or at least the first one's coming to theaters, and they'll see if it does well. And then, I guess we'll see if we get part 2 or 3. So, yeah, dude, so much dope stuff right now. Or I'm trying to see what people are like. I remember I did my video about Killers of the Flower Moon, and that didn't do well because I guess but there's so many deaths in it and killing Indians and whatever. But well, whatever. I guess that's stepping out of my lane. You need to stay in your lane, dude. Cover Saw X and a bunch of slasher movies and everything, but there wasn't really nothing to cover either, dude, because Taylor Swift is eating up everything. But I think a Taylor Swift is almost like they called it audible, didn't they? They were like, "Oh, dude, let's just put it on Friday the 13th." And Exorcist got so scared they moved it up a date. And for everybody who was like making videos and such, like, "Oh, damn, dude, you ruined my schedule, dude," because I was expecting to do that the 13th. Oh, and I'm gonna have Never Hike Alone, a kill count as well. I'm working on that currently as well. So yeah. All this stuff is gonna be pretty dope. Sucks that they cut up a little. And she did show like they played with her body and got her intestines and used it as a rope. I love that. But yeah. Even my girl was like, dude, that's like Halloween Horror Nights. But dude, the practical effects in this was awesome. You don't see any of these CGI blood or CGI stunts or anything. That looked like they chopped off a head off a dummy, and that was cool. That's why this one did so well. And Saw X did so well too. I think, yeah, it made good enough money. It's still like number 3 or 4 in the theaters now. I think it's like Taylor Swift, then Exorcist, then this. Yeah, see, they got her body and did the testing thing, so they could get the phone and call that other guy because the other guy, even Detective Hoffman, couldn't find that fool. So that one guy with the bombs. Oh yeah, did she skip over the guy with the bombs? Yeah, she did. All right. Well, Carnage Count forgot the guy with the bombs because he didn't die. Him and Cecilia are the only ones to survive all these traps.
What the fuck is
Oh man. Well, at least they gave him like the options, like a camera to look at your own head. I like my joke about I need at least like 2 mirrors to cut my hair. Yeah, it's a pretty dope kill. I really like the brain one because that freaks me out, dude. Like, oh, brain surgery on yourself, gruesome. And you can mess up. But like I said, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a how to beat video because how to beat is also, I think that's probably the number 2 horror YouTuber on all of YouTube right now is how to beat. How to beat and Nerd Explains. I guess they both do those like how to beat videos. So they're a genre onto its own that's come up. That's why I think like maybe kill counts don't do as well anymore. Like because you're not allowed to show as much gore and YouTube cracking down on that. But how to beat is also like telling the story and stuff on how to like it just explains the story in a new different way. And yeah, I would like to do like how to beat stuff too. Oh, I had a dog come in this room. Wait, what's going on here? Oh yeah, the Foreman group is Yeah, I think it's like there's all sort of different ways how to beat each one of these traps. Like I said, hit your hand, break that hand first, and then once you're on the ground, you can move left and right so that radiation gun thing won't follow you. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I liked all these traps. There's not one trap in this movie that's like, this is awful. Like there's been some weaker traps. And I remember even like Cody Leach like ranked all the traps and took him like 2 hours. I don't know about that. I was thinking about just doing like a kill count for all the traps and everything, but that would take a while. Maybe on another day. But I don't know. Terrifier 3 will be good because one of the ones they had lots of time uh and yeah, they year to make. So they may have some cheesy digital practice. I think the Damien Leone, he's definitely gonna go in with all this gore and stuff. But I think really what took Terrifier 2 was so long was that process. The process of getting all that money together and Kickstarter. That's what took so long. It took so long because it's like, yeah, it's he had to make sure all the Kickstarters got all their stuff back together. I like listen to my podcast when I had Vincent DeSante on, the director of Never Hike Alone. We go off about Kickstarter, and you have to make sure everybody feels good about their money that they purchase, and you just spend months making sure everybody gets their perks that they signed up for. I think that's what took so long, but Terrifier 3 seems to be going along better because I think he is getting like studios to back it or something like that. I don't think a major studio, but I think every installment of his, I think it's easier to raise money for. So, and Terrifier 2 was such a big hit. Like, I think even what it was made for 250 or something crazy amount low money that like what was the budget on Terrifier 2? He didn't even say what the budget was on Terrifier 3, but I think it's just more money. And this fool is actually on like the horror convention circuit. I saw my boy Killjoy Jake was already at like some horror convention and took a picture with him. So yeah, Terrifier 3 should be pretty dope. But yeah, I'm gonna be wrapping this up. Wait. Hello? All right, bye. Yeah, all right. I didn't have that much limited. I had limited time today, but yeah, I gotta go get my boy. But all right, thanks everybody. I'll have more videos up this weekend. And try to do a watch along and a longer live stream next time. We could break down more of the Saw X kills and such. So, all right, later.